Swiss fans, it's the 2008 edition of the European Championships, UEFA Euro 2008, brought to you by Austria and Switzerland, courtesy of the controversial PES 2008. Winter is approaching in the real world, but it's a beautiful summer day in Basel. The co-host Switzerland will commence this year's Festival of Football. They're captained by Alexander Frey, who will be looking to redeem himself after disgracing himself at the last European Championships for spitting at Steven Gerrard. The Czech Republic, of course, are no strangers to the dizzying heights of the European Championships, semi-finalists in 2004, runners-up in 1996. Polak carrying the ball forward, got options to the left and right, then picks out Javelin. Oh, and it's soft! Scooped up by Benaglio. Anticlimactic finish, he slips at the crucial moment. Switzerland searching forward, Barami is picked out Frey, he's got to go for it by himself. It's blocked, but he follows up, tidies up in the rebound. Switzerland take the lead. It's the perfect start for the co-hosts. Alexander Frey, the captain, leading by example on how to retaliate from a knockback. The first strike blocked by, I thought it was Rosenhal, but it's actually Petr Cech, who stands his ground, but Frey can't afford to miss the rebound. Now Yaralim gets it back. Pings out wide to Gugera, first time into Platzil. Oh, and that's a technical save from Benaglio, gets down quick to starve Platzil of an equaliser. Not a bad first impression for the Euro 2008 debutante. Frey delivers it into Strela. Not a bad effort, keeping Petr Cech on his toes. Berami, Strela, too many white shirts around him, shares it with Frey. Now is Alexander Frey trying to cut inside, no, it goes back to Strela, and this tips away by Cech. Decent improv from Swiss. Javelin looking for collar, it's an effortless nod into goal, and it's after woodwork. Jan, the target man, rightfully so, doesn't even have to jump for that. Probably deserves more than finding the frame of the goal. Some explosive power from David Javelin. Goes for it by himself, and it's tucked away by Benaglio. Nice strike, strong hands. Not long left for the Czechs to find an equaliser. Can they salvage a point? Fully headed to match day 2 with Jan Kolev on the volley. This plucked out the air by Benaglio. Well, it's hardly been end-to-end, but when it's counted, Benaglio has backed it up for the Swiss. Czech Republic coming alive in the latter stages of the game. Now Platzil into the middle to Milan Baros. Oh, and he pulls it wide. The frustration. Yaroslav Platzil to take the corner. 2 minutes left on the clock, and it's tipped away by Benaglio. And it's Baros on the turn, and that was a golden ticket to equalise a city. No goal for the top scorer of the last European Championship. A party is due for the perfect start for the co-host Switzerland. It finishes in Basel, Switzerland 1, Czech Republic 0. Fans of the Seleção must be licking their lips at this team's prospects. Portugal, the runners-up of Euro 2004, semi-finalists in the World Cup 2006. Luis Felipe Scolari has unearthed a great blend of young and old talent to carry this nation's expectations on their back. The 2002 World Cup, of which Turkey finished third at, seems like such a long time ago now. But the Crescent Stars will be keen to use that as inspiration for this European Championship campaign. Mevlue sniffing around that Portuguese goal net for goalmouth scraps. That's been swept away. And now here comes Portugal to build an attack of their own. Deco. It's helped on to Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got a pace and burst away from Bolter, and it's forced away by Volkan. Ronaldo cuts inside Aurelio. It's Ronaldo again. Deco with Portugal's corner. It soaks up. We're going to get a retest. Shamal with take 2, directing the traffic towards Cristiano Ronaldo. It's CR7. Portugal draw the first blood against Turkey. And who else would it be but the young legend Cristiano Ronaldo? Just a 19-year-old young boy in 2004 when he wept in frustration as Portugal was robbed by Greece. Cut him to Altintop. Cuts inside, and the three Portuguese defenders standing off and allowing them to drill it just wide. Well, it's a one-man show making the Portuguese defence look like amateurs. Nihat. He turns, runs, and it's just Ricardo to beat. And he goes around him, and the Ricardo gets just a valuable fingertip to it. Emre. Erding. Into the middle to Aurelio. Not enough power to bother Ricardo from that range. Look at the space that Tunkai is in. As Basingwa desperately tries to keep up Ricardo, brings him down, and his play on. Erding. What will he do? And he wins a corner. It's Benfica's pretty boy Nuno Gomez. Threads it through to Deco. That's shut down by the defender. Back to the keeper. Bit of a mishap there on Deco. Oh, served on the plate, and he drops his dinner in front of a starving Oliver Twist. Shambolic. Now it's Kazim Richards. To Aurelio Tunkai. Well read by Ricardo. Jean Martino has opted for Shamal. Is he onside? How the hell is he stayed on? But he's won a corner. It's Emre at the hour mark. Erding taking it away from the Portuguese danger area. Out and top to restart. Emre pulls it wide. Turkey are waking up and finding holes in that Portuguese back line. Ronaldo collects. And he's been brought down by Mehmet Aurelio. And the golden boy clutches his knee. Shakes it off, and it comes as a relief to the Seleção. Ball over the top to Nihat. Collects it. Wonderfully spilled by Ricardo for Tunkai to tidy up. The score's a level, and Middlesbrough fans will certainly remember the name Tunkai. The Turkey goal was brewing. Portugal were getting complacent as the game wore on. A superb pass from Kazim. Nihat gives it his all despite the angle against him. But Tunkai has his back. Ricardo contemplates that he should have conceded the corner. Nuno Gomez in an uncharacteristic wide position. Seeking out Nani at the near post. Palmed away by Volkan. Trying to regain control by playing into Martinho. Searching for Deco. And Turkey are wise to it. 7 minutes remaining. Both teams are going for the jugular. Both teams fighting to the death. Aurelio. Oh, nobody home. The low shot could have been mistaken for a cross. Cristiano Ronaldo. Jean Martino gives it back to CR7. Turkey is slipping low ball into the box, and Deco is there! And he buries it in the top corner. Ladies and gentlemen, we might have a match winner. And it's the playmaker Deco who's come out of nowhere and may have snatched this game for Portugal. Credit to Cristiano Ronaldo, never stops running. The 1-2 pays off with this bullet in the top corner. Portugal came close to dropping points. Formidable fight back from Turkey, but Portugal has stole the winner. It's Portugal 2, Turkey 1. The co-host Switzerland will be celebrating across the border. Can the other co-hosts Austria follow suit? The task is much bigger than in Czech Republic. It's Germany. The Austrians will have to overcome. They strengthened their squad in the 2 years since winning the bronze medal at the World Cup in 2006. Germany know all too well about the pressures of being a host nation with 2 World Cups, 1 European Championship, and soon to be the 2024 European Championship under their belts. Standfest standing his ground against Podolski. Swings it in. Linz tries to knock it back down into the mix-up. And it's Harnich. Shot blocked by Ballack. Miroslav Klose trying to hold the ball out for Ballack to come and support. Now Fritz into the middle to Mario Gomez. And it's saved by Maniga. And it's Miroslav Klose, who well spot Klose to follow up. 1-0 to Germany, and it's a poacher's finish from Salto Klose. Nice somersault today. Although after that early start, that's subject to change. Mario Gomez with a whimsical strike off the left foot, and is followed up by Klose as Maniga parries it out of the air. Not much you can do from that kind of predatory range. Now Christian Fuchs. Stunfest. Marching down that right hand side unchallenged. Mertesacker has to wake up. Off Hafsa. Now there's the ball, there's the delivery, and it's it! Any goal for Austria against the Germans is a great moment, but when it's an equaliser against the German powerhouses in your own backyard on European Championship turf, that's something special. Roland Linz of Braga is the man with the honour of scoring against Germany. Miroslav close up, holding it up, waiting for support from Philipp Lahm. Here's the early ball in. Mario Gomez was the target, but he was suffocated. The pass to Linz, and he's waiting for the return from Harnic. Oh, and he slipped, and the lack of energy in the strike will be appreciated by Lehmann. Linz, Joachim Standfest. Big ball in, and it's been denied. Back to Standfest, second attempt. And Roland Linz will be denied an historic brace. Kormatz with a profitable amount of space on that left-hand side. That's a perfect cross. It's a devastating miss from Alfhardsson. What a block from Lehmann. Right place, right time. Just over 15 minutes left in Germany are being stifled by Austria. In the venue of the final, now Jardensen. Can he correct it? With a low cross to Mario Gomez. Roof of the net. Germany are back in front. Similar circumstances, almost a similar goal to the one that Portugal enjoyed courtesy of Deco against Turkey. Low ball across the face of goal from Marcel Janssen, and Mario Gomez has to make it count with the one strike he's afforded. And boy, is it payoff, roof of the net. Now Gomez takes his time, it's back to Bastian Schweinsteiger. Now Ballack tries to take it first time with a wonder goal. Going for glory for goal number 3. Now Gomez, his shot is saved from the corner, and Michael Ballack has spared Alex Managa no mercy. That's got to be game, set and match for the Germans. The co-hosts must concede that they got the worst game out the way of the group, that's for sure. But it's an exhibition of the overwhelming efficiency of Germany. Joachim Löw's men have crashed the Austrian co-host party, but there's still 2 games to go. It's Austria 1, Germany 3. Now, if you're English, you probably either want to see Croatia fail miserably for knocking us out of the European Championship qualifiers, or you want to tip your hat to them and want them to do well with the spot that they took from us. Poland are 4 years away from hosting their own European Championship. Let's see how the warm-up goes. Krosnovek is just about through, and Platikosa stands his ground, laced at the goalkeeper with complacency, arguably. Niko Kranjčar helps it on to Mladen Petric, the man who foiled England at Wembley Stadium, and he's ballooned it out of the stadium. Petric, Vukojevic, down the line to Luka Modric. Oh, and it's found its way in. It's given us an own goal, but it's Luka Modric, we all know it. It's been given as an own goal to Pavel Galansky. But if you ask me, that's unfair, it's a wicked deflection. And Artur Boric was deceived. Niko Kranjčar turns Wesolinski inside out. And it's down the line to Petric, and he buries it in the bottom corner. Mladen Petric with Croatia's first official goal of the European Championships. They was unstoppable in qualifying, the man who cut England's legs off. Could this be the next great generation of Croatian players? There will be a shrine to Davor Suker in that Croatian dressing room. Jurowski deceives the defence with a pass to Krosnovek. Oh, what a fantastic double save from Platikosa. He even has his back to Krosnovek for that second strike. Now even Klasnic urgently collects, bides his time and feeds it through to Mladen Petric. Oh, that's a nice conversion. Mladen Petric, 3 goals to Croatia. And they have sunk Poland in Klagenfurt. Take a look at the way Mladen Petric opens his body up for this finish. Here's Ebi Smolarek, taking it on himself, and he's been taken down by Robert Kovac. He'll be booked, yellow card for Robert Kovac. Such a needless penalty to concede. And here's our first look at the god-awful camera angles they decided to go with for PES 2008. How do you stand a chance of saving those? But it's Maciej Szurawski who has buried the constellation for Poland. Let me know in the comments how many Celtic fans remember and adore him. Maciej Szurawski. Platikosa goes the right way considering the circumstances. Niko Kranjčar off the woodwork. Well, at least a crossbar challenge is complete for this game. Corner kick to Poland. Oh, and it's Guerrero. And with 2 minutes left on the clock is the Brazilian born Roger Guerrero, who's pulling everyone going back for Poland. It's game on here in Klagenfurt, and Croatia was running away with it, and then luck may be running out. It's 3 goals and 3 points for Croatia. They held on and sealed the deal. The last time these two sides met at the European Championships, the year was 2000, and the Netherlands were co-hosts themselves that day. Italy slaughtered the Dutch on penalties, succumbed to the golden goal in the final against France, but the birth of the golden generation of Italian football began. They since went on to win the World Cup, whilst a splendid generation of Dutch players came and went. Coach Marco van Basten, who lifted the European Championship in 1988, has a slightly more experienced squad than the one he took to the World Cup 2 years ago. Gattuso, Ambrosini in the middle, hits it first time, and Camoranesi is almost there to profit from the deflection. He clearly shuts his eyes and goes too early, but Van der Sar won't be complaining. Orlando Engla, the giant to De Jong, Dirk Kuyt, and out the Dutch march forward, and Dirk Kuyt is going for it by himself, weaving past the Italian defence. Well read by a composed Christian Panucci. Van Bronckhorst gives it away. That's a waste of possession, and Ambrosini's basically retaliated for squandering the interception himself. He's lashed out at Wesley Sneijder, and he's off. Red card for the Italians, the same as it was at Euro 2000. It's actually a miracle Ambrosini doesn't concede a penalty here. It was close. Now can Sneijder resume play with a goal from the free kick? It's swung in. And Engla to tidy up, and Pirlo shuts that one down. Not what the Oranges wanted to see. Sneijder clearly hurting from Ambrosini's challenge. Van Nistelrooy wrestles it away from Andrea Pirlo. Van Nistelrooy marching at Buffon. He's got Van der Vaart in the middle. It's found its way in. The Dutch are in front, and Italy are not only a man down, they are a goal down. Hamburg's Rafael van der Vaart scores against the world champions. Comical miscommunication between Marco Materazzi and Andrea Pirlo, and Van Nistelrooy looked like the momentum was running out, and Van der Vaart with a little bit of luck over the soft hands of Buffon. That's uncharacteristic. Paper fingers of the goalkeeper. Tony in an unhelpful wide position, back to Pirlo, pulls the trigger, but it's a comfortable scoop from Van der Sar. Pushed in by Panucci. Not many bodies in the pool of water for Italy to aim for, but Tony earns a corner kick. Scored the match winner against Germany in a similar position in our World Cup, if you remember. Pirlo's delivery, bit of chaos ensues, and Gattuso's one to tap it in. Italy are level, and it's thanks to their least prolific goal scorer, Gennaro Gattuso. And can the dogfire inspire a comeback? 10-man Italy have leveled the scores. Bit of a scrappy goal for the Netherlands to concede, and the defenders on the line really should be doing better from that position. Boularus, the killer, what a challenge. But Italy still have the profits of possession. Now Di Natale to look at Tony. Yes! Just a question of time until we saw him on the score sheet of this tournament. Hasn't took long at all. Matchday 1 and Luca Toni, part of the TNT combination with Francesco Totti at the World Cup. Incendi Azzurri into the lead. The 10-man Italians have come back from a goal behind, with a little bit of help from leaky goalkeeping from Van der Sar. He's gone through him like a sieve. Well, Engla was going to win that one against Di Natale all day. Gattuso goes down, and Van der Vaart gets his second yellow. Oh, and the drama writes itself. Van der Vaart sent off. What is it about Italy that makes the opposition go from heroes to villains in the space of a game? Van der Vaart, the goal scorer for the Dutch, has now become the enemy, getting himself sent off. The playing field is level, but the goal line isn't. It's 10v10, the Dutch are behind, and Robin nearly gets them back into it. Here's Boularus, bit of space. Gets it back as he sends Zambrotta packing. Bit of a mishap there between the Dutch. Nigel de Jong, can he carry the flag across the finish line? And it's white. Well, the Dutch are losing their grip on the organisational skills they become renowned for over the decades. Long ball seeking out Van Nistelrooy, and he's found a way through to Vennegoor of Hesselink. Oh, and he took too long. Buffon brings him down. Potentially last roll of the dice for the Dutch. From Broncos corner. And it's been squandered. Once again by Nigel de Jong. And the group of death is underway in dramatic fashion. A mouth-watering fixture that hasn't disappointed is Italy 2, Netherlands 1. Romania will have to wait a little bit longer to avenge their Euro 2000 elimination, courtesy of Italy. But while they wait to surely fight for their lives against the world champions, they meet the former world champions, France. 8 years ago, it was a David Trezeguet golden goal that secured them that European Championship trophy. This year, Les Bleus had to move on from Fabien Barthez, Zinedine Zidane. A few of those living legends remain with the French squad, but Raymond Domenech has to start building towards the future now. Here comes Adrien Mewtwo running rings around this French defence, and Nicolai has earned himself a free kick. Mewtwo to take. It's over the wall, and he's just clipped the crossbar. Christian Kivi's gave it away, and now Anelka can capitalise. France can do what they do best, and that's counter-attack. Henry over the top to Nicolas Anelka, and he doesn't even make Le Bon sweat for it. A mighty fine chance for the Chelsea frontman. That could come back to haunt him. He's got the ball in, and it's Nicolai on the end of it, and it's tipped away by Coupé. Didn't look like much of anything was going to come of it, but it's actually squeezed its way on target. Nicolai to Mewtwo, both men are combined rather well this evening. Oh, Mewtwo wiped out by Coupé and Kivu! Wow! Time stood still for Les Bleus as it whistles past an open goal. Make no mistake about it, Romania have come here to play. And it's Nicolai now. Makelele struggling to keep up. And good thing Coupé has it under control. And now Florent Malouda galloping forward. Inside to Henry. Squares it to Anelka, surely. Oh, straight at the keeper. Well, imagine the partnership of Henry and Anelka at Arsenal in their primes. Could have been something special, but they're not clicking here in Switzerland. Mewtwo galloping forward. Dangerous territory. Oh! Romania on the cusp of opening the scoring and potentially upsetting the French the way they're playing. Well, France have become renowned for starting slow at tournaments since Euro 2000. Maybe they can shake the cobwebs of the first half here. In the second, oh, they gave it away. It's Nicolita. Oh, and it's saved by Coupé. And it's a valuable block. Cookies into the middle to Radoy. Thuram's left it for Mewtwo. They've done it. Adrien Mewtwo has rewarded Romania for their perseverance and punished France for their complacency. And it was the captain Lilian Thuram who switched off from Radoy's through pass. It's found Mewtwo, and he made it count. France have been holding on for dear life. Coupé's kept him in it up to this point. 22 minutes for France to turn it around. Not going anywhere. Nasri's brought Cookies down. Adrien Mewtwo. And it's in! They've done it! Romania are running away with it! And it's the hero, Adrien Mewtwo! Europe was smirking at Romania when they were drawn into this group of death. Everybody wrote them off as a dead team walking. But Romania are climbing out of the grave and are swapping places with France. Just over 12 minutes remaining, just a question of finding a consolation for France. And the group of death gives us our first upset. Match day 1 culminates with Group D. And funnily enough, 4 years ago at Euro 2004, 3 of these 4 teams matched up in Group A. Spain beat Russia 1-0. And they both went crashing out of the group stage regardless. Both teams have a younger, hungrier look to the lineups this afternoon. We all know how well these 2 teams did at the real Euro 2008. Xavi parts ways with the ball to Sergio Ramos. First time cross in, and Fernando Torres with the warm-up header. Shavins gave it back to Saichev. He's found himself some space, and he's just pinged it wide of Garcias' net. Well, Dimitri Saichev is about a foot away from springing a surprise on Spain. Semak lines it up and he's threaded Arshavin through. Arshavin pulls the trigger. Well, it was going over, but Casillas wanted to make sure his instincts got the better of him. Whipped into the penalty area. Torres! Fernando Torres! has scored for Spain, 1-0. The underachievers achieve a 1-goal lead, and it's Fernando Torres, one of the hottest strikers in Europe presently. And that marks the first ever European Championship goal for El Nino. And Zhiranyov overlaps nicely. Oh, Casillas spills it, and he saved it with his nose. Now, is that a great save or a shocking miss from Andrei Arshavin? Similar to Andrei Shevchenko versus Yurty Dudek in Istanbul. First half stoppage time, Russia with a roll of the dice. Zhiranyov to Pavlyuchenko. It's the equaliser, and the Spanish players are protesting. Roman Pavlyuchenko wipes away the deficit. But let's take a closer look at this. Here is why Luis Aragonés and the players are furious. It hits Pavlyuchenko on the arm. He's controlled it with a handball, and the referee and the linesman's missed it. Just another 10 years to go until VAR is implemented, and Pavlyuchenko knows why he is equalised. David Villa is over the wall, plucked out the air by Akinfeev. The top corners would have been optimal, but it's straight at the keeper. Easy save for Igor. Semshov gallops past centre. Oh, and Arshavin! It took 3 men to keep that one out. Arshavin was nearly an Andre sandwich. Simak already assisted. Pavlyuchenko once already. Pavlyuchenko going for the brace. Good thing Casillas is on his toes. Arshavin lifts it into the penalty area, knocked down by Pavlyuchenko to Semshov. Russia are coming alive now, and Casillas is once again there to deny. It's a rare break for Spain. Iniesta gets it back from Silva, and he's been penalised. Villa gives and goes. Torres on his own, carries it forward, saved. What a save from Akinfeev. Yuri Zirkov to Saichev. That's a long pass to Pavlyuchenko. And Marchen's missed it. Casillas plays the 11th defender. Can Spain steal it? Torres, Xavi. Iniesta is opened up. He's got the space. Akinfeev with the best save of his life. That had a goal written all over it. No time for paper hands from Akinfeev. Strong save. Last roll of the dice for Spain. Xavi. And it's swung in, soaked up. There, fell to Xabi Alonso. Won't pull the trigger though. He plays out wide to Iniesta. Whipped in. Ramos tries the volley, and a shut down. Spain draw with Russia in Innsbruck. What a match. And we saved the champions until last. Greece, against all the odds, lifted the European Championship 4 years ago in Portugal. Absent from the World Cup, they are back here keen to prove they aren't just a fluke. Sweden reached the dizzying heights of our semi-finals of our World Cup playthrough, and it was that man, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who carried them there kicking and screaming. Karagunis, nice footwork to get past the Svensson. It's still Karagunis. It's been deflected towards Gekas. What a save from Isaacson. What an opportunity for the Greeks to take an early lead. It's Bazinas. Oh, does well to skip past them alone. Oh, Charisteas. He can be heavily credited for their championship 4 years ago. Now Karlström drills a pass to Willemsen. Ibrahimovic. Larsen. Willemsen hasn't stopped running. He carries on. Willemsen slots it past. Nicopolidis is a textbook team goal from the Swedes. 1-0. Superb counter-attack from Sweden. The aging legs of the Greek players struggle to keep up with the pace of Christian Willemsen. Not a good start for Greece, who didn't concede a single goal in the knockout stages of Euro 2004. Charisteas, he's got the space, he's through surely, and Isaacson gets a valuable palm to the ball. Willemsen enough room to squeeze across in Larsen, and he's knocked it down, and it's enough to bother Nicopolidis. He's unsteadied by it, flaps at it instead. Larsen. Lundberg spots the run of Nielsen, and Larsen gets it back on the overlap. Into the middle. It's unlucky for Freddie Lundberg. A fantastic move triggered by Freddie Lundberg and finalised by him. Only Nicopolidis stood between him and the goal. Karagunis, his eyes light up. He spotted Torosidis in a ton of space. He weaves his way into the danger area. Isaacson is in fine form this afternoon. Have to recognise the effort displayed by Greece. They showed up at this tournament under the pressure of being underdog champions. Aristeas practically surrounded by yellow shirts. He's found his way to Bazinas. Bazinas into the middle to Gekas! And it's in! First time unlucky, second time's a charm. 2 minutes into the second half, and Greece has drawn the scores level. It's Theophanis Gekas of Bayer Leverkusen. Sweden have been great going forward today, but their defending leaves a lot to be desired. And they look like they've come out of that tunnel half asleep. Gekas afforded too much time there. Svensson. Oh, over the top to Willemsen. Hits it first time into the box. It's fell nicely back to Svensson. Couldn't hit it hard enough to spoil Nicopolidis' day any further. Now it's the Bolton boy, Giannakopoulos. Oh, it's a crossbar, and how the hell did Gekas miss the open goal? 2 incredible chances in 2 seconds. Well, the defending European champions are still underdogs, but at the same time they've under-delivered. How on earth it stayed 1-1 between Sweden and Greece? And with match day 1 in the books, it's time to take a look at the tables. The co-hosts Switzerland off to the perfect start, 1-0 victory over the Czech Republic, and the favourites Portugal, unsurprisingly top of the group. Germany cruised past the other co-hosts Austria in the derby. Dark horses Croatia outshine Poland in the 5-goal thriller. Who could have predicted the group of death will shape this way on match day 1? Romania above Italy, Netherlands and France. Can Romania hold their nerve? Can France buck their ideas up? And finally, Group D, it's as you were. A very neutral table is all to play for in the next 2 games. Mladen Petric, the man who prevented England from getting on a plane to Switzerland and Austria, ties the top scorer table with Adrian Mutu. So thank you for watching. I'm waiting patiently for match day 1 of Euro 2008. Let me know if your country is participating. Let's get those predictions in the comments below and your opinions on PES 2008. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and let me know who you thought was the best player, best match, and best goal.